Number 77, come and claim your prize! First round!
It was me! It was all me! Please! Please! Please, what are you doing?
Come on! Are you gonna throw it? Or are you taking your coffee black these days?
I don't know, please! I'm the one you want!
Oh! Looks like we've got a shy one here! We've got to do something about that! Wait! It's him!
Now, where'd you get that brand, boy? Don't you know that makes you the backstabbing snake in the grass false shepherd?
The false shepherd!
And we ain't letting no false shepherd into our flock. Show 'em what we got planned, boys!
Stop him! Stop him! The false shepherd's come to lead our lamb astray!
Okay, so it's been a long time since we've had an original Bioshock game. No one really cares about Bioshock 2. But Bioshock is back. Irrational Games has taken their franchise and started over from square one. Bioshock Infinite takes place on the floating city of Colombia, and you control Booker DeWitt, a man with a lot of debt on his hands. He's given his final task: bring back the girl, wipe away the debt. So, as Booker, you travel through the world of Colombia. You'll be finding all manners of strange and weird as you escort Elizabeth back to the world below. Let me just get this out there. This game looks amazing. Even on the aging hardware like the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, the game still manages to outperform some other games with advanced lighting blooms and smoke effects and some amazing water reflections. It almost puts some PC games to shame. The vast cityscapes of Colombia are a far cry from their original Bioshock vision. What was a dark and damp rapture is now replaced with a bright, vibrant world that's just full of life. I often found myself just staring at the vast cityscapes of Colombia while listening to the random banter of the denizens. If you're familiar with the plasmids of the original Bioshock, you'll be right at home with the vigors of Bioshock Infinite. Each vigor has a different effect, allowing maybe even a fireball or shooting crows from your hand. I personally fell in love with the bucking bronco vigor, which kicks up the enemy into the air, allowing you to shoot them out of the sky with a shotgun, like shooting fish from a barrel. Using shock jockey on the murder of crows allows you to create birds with lightning bolts, and the game really encourages you to experiment with the different vigors of the game. Unfortunately, you can only equip 2 vigors at a time, which kind of pauses the action if you need to use a third, but you'll quickly get used to it. Elizabeth can also open what the game calls tears into the battlefield. These range from obstacles for cover, ammo, or even reinforcements to use against the enemy. You can only have one tear open at any given time, so you have to choose whether or not you want more resources, or maybe a different way to flank the enemy. Elizabeth just doesn't open tears for battle though. She can run around the battlefield looking for health, ammo, or even salts to power your new vigors. All you gotta do is let her know when you want more ammo and she'll give it for you. The nice thing about Elizabeth is that she can fend for herself. You don't have to worry about enemies shooting her or vice versa. She can totally just handle herself and run away from combat if she needs to. Bioshock Infinite introduces a new set of clothing aspects which help boost your various elements of combat, ranging from increased melee damage or elemental stats boosts. While most of these effects are helpful, they become infinitely more useful in the game's more challenging 1999 mode, restricting ammo counts, increasing bad guy damage, and even reducing health. All that being said though, the most engaging part about Bioshock Infinite is its story. As you can expect from Irrational Games, its narrative is nothing short of spectacular. Some of the story beats feel a little drawn out in the middle, leading you to search for a particular object to fulfill a goal which will domino back into the original objective. Irrational Games, though, doesn't skimp out on the racism theme either. In fact, very early on in the game, you'll come across a very Puritan museum, which is very interesting to play through, me being Chinese and all. Without spoiling the ending, it's probably one of the craziest things in video game history to imagine. It's almost impossible to spoil the game without going into a giant rant. But you should just play the game to find out what it means. Bioshock Infinite isn't an overly long game. I spent about 30 hours going through the main portion of the game. You can probably spend about 40 hours looking for all the hidden secrets, all the hidden voxophones, infusions, and just general random Easter eggs. Just like the original Bioshock, Bioshock Infinite brings storytelling and gameplay together in a meaningful and engaging way. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you're shooting down handymen and Iron Patriots while trying to make sense of the winding and twisting story. Bioshock Infinite is a game you really shouldn't miss out on this year, and in my personal opinion, really going to be Game of the Year for 2013.
What will happen while we're playing games?
It's too big!
It's too big, it cannot go!